Today we have many things to talk about, and for that reason we will directly start in the content. We will first have a look with Timo about the exchange data and also the important news that Morgan Stanley is now evaluating the Bitcoin spot ETFs for its own clients and what this could mean. Then Timo will also talk about the spot ETFs themselves, the flow data, the volume data, and everything you need to know about it. And after this, Liam will have a look with you guys on the charts, on the bigger and the smaller time frames, so you know the most important pattern and resistance and support areas that are valid at the moment. If you're enjoying this content, please make sure to leave a like down below and comment what you think will Bitcoin do in the next few hours. For everybody who is new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss out on any new updates. We're updating you guys every day, so always up to date, and I would say we'll just start in for now.
680 millions in daily inflows. That's what we have seen yesterday on the Bitcoin spot ETFs. And this is also the reason for this insane Bitcoin pump we have seen yesterday. Bitcoin was nearly up to 65,000. Now is the big question what we will see in the next few days. So first of all, let's talk about Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. We have seen nearly up to 1.8 billion US dollar in inflows into the spot ETFs. This is the strongest week we have seen. This also shows into the Bitcoin weekly chart. We are currently up to nearly 15% on the Bitcoin price. The big question is why we see this big inflows right now. First of all, we need to say Grayscale is still selling Bitcoins. Yesterday we have seen an outflow from the Grayscale GBTC of 216 millions, but the other big financial services still buying. For example, BlackRock had an inflow of over 600 million yesterday. Also Fidelity with nearly 250 millions. So all other spot ETF issuers still buying, and they can compensate what Grayscale is selling. Also, we need to talk about the publicity and the image Bitcoin has currently in social media and also in the media. What we are seeing is an insane trading volume up to 7.7 billion US dollar yesterday. We see it in the charts. We have crashed, or we have not crashed, we have increased the trading volume from our first day insanely. On the first day of the Bitcoin spot ETF approval, we have seen a trading volume over 4.5 billion US dollar. Yesterday we have seen this great trading volume of nearly 7.7 billion US dollar. So in my eyes, this is currently a really strong sign. We have a lot of buying pressure coming from the spot ETFs, which is still supporting the Bitcoin price for new all-time highs. Also, I think this trading volume could skyrocket again. We need to talk about this really important news. Wall Street giant Morgan Stanley is in the midst of performing due diligence to add spot ETF products to its brokerage platform. This would mean another adoption rate rising because of many more people who would buy Bitcoin spot ETF products over Morgan Stanley. And it's not only Morgan Stanley, there are many other big companies, other big finance institutions in the US who are currently doing their due diligence. And if we see a positive outcome from this due diligence, there will be more people who are buying Bitcoins in the US. Second topic we need to talk about, our drop. We have seen yesterday in 15 minutes, Bitcoin dumped nearly 10%. What was this dump? We saw we could say a crash of the open interest of nearly 1.7 billion US dollar, which liquidated. Also, we have seen bigger liquidation, shorts and also longs. With this, we haven't seen a really overheated funding rate. Currently, this is a really bearish sign for me that we see this high funding rates, but I think if the Bitcoin price is still backed by a big buying pressure from the big spot ETFs, the funding rate isn't the biggest, we can say catalyst, or better say the biggest sign for me. I will keep an eye on, but we need to have it in mind that we have really high funding rates, and Often in the past, high funding rates were a sign for a smaller dump where we see another liquidations. But as I told you, if we still see this high buying pressure from the spot ETFs, I won't focus too much on the aggregated funding rate. So for now, I would say let's jump into the charts and keep an eye on the most important price level.
Guys, let's just start into the 1 month chart, and this is very interesting because the monthly candle is extremely high, and of course, as you can see here, we are currently at $60,900 approximately, and the highest monthly close before in our last bull market was at around $61,400, $61,350, and this would be very interesting because if we are pumping another 600 points to the upside and close the monthly candle dot, we would be the highest monthly close for Bitcoin ever. And this is also very interesting, I think, because also the halving is or takes part in end of April. So basically we would have over a month to the halving and also have the potential to go much higher until the halving. So guys, let's go forward to the day chart, because in the day chart we can see that we have, after we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pumping days with the Bitcoin price, we have the first day with a negative daily candle till now. So basically it can be that we can go to the upside and close this day candle at the end of the day in green, but I think this won't happen. But also it can happen, guys, because if we are closing this candle above $61,400, this would be, as I said, the highest monthly close. So the motivation for Bitcoin or for the traders to go above $61,400 would be very high, and I think this is very interesting. So we have to keep an eye on this on the day close, because it is also the monthly close, and if we are closing this above $61,500, this would be very interesting for the next few months for the Bitcoin price. Let's go forward to the hourly chart, and in the hourly chart we can see that we have a rising wedge here, and the rising wedge is a pattern which is breaking out to the downside, and we already had the breakout to the downside. So if the 1 hourly closes in 2 or 3 minutes here, it is very interesting if we are keeping to dump to the downside here. The price target of this pattern is at around $59,000, and I think we could reach it because we had here this little consolidation phase, and of course the 2 wicks yesterday had also been in the direction to approximately $59,000. So keep an eye on this breakout, and I think we can break out to the downside to reach the breakout target, but then it is the question if we have a bounce to the upside and go further with the Bitcoin price to the upside, or if we keep dumping and maybe see a correction which is quite bigger than for now, so maybe a correction to 5 to 10%, I think. But for now we have to keep an eye on this close here, on this breakout of our short pattern, and of course on the day chart and on the day candle close and on the monthly candle close. And guys, this was the video for today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like and a subscription, and I would say we see you at the next video tomorrow. Thank you and goodbye.